papers published, we still need our $200. I don't know whether you see the different categories. Those who paid 200, you are now paying additional 50. So basically, printing fees, like publication fees, are like $50. So those who paid $200, you're just going to pay 200. You're going to pay $50. Those the early birds that paid $170, you're going to pay $50. Those who paid $170, but after the closing date, that the June 30th, you're going to pay $80. And then those who did not attend and want to have their papers published in the journal, then you're going to pay $200. Otherwise, those are the rates that we have. And we want, in fact, the editors, the reviewers are already there. So please take into consideration the views, the suggestions, the ideas that you got as feedback so that you improve on your paper. We are still going to subject your paper to some peer review. And then we want to make sure that these papers are strong papers, they are good papers. All right. Any comment? Any comment? Yes.
Just what you said, Doc. The publication will be done by a credible.
Yes.
Internationally organized, and it will count as an academic piece of work.
Right.
For those want to use their publications for promotion purposes.
Right. It's a University of Zimbabwe journal. Basically, that's what we are saying. Another comment? Yes.
Maybe to assist the writer so that they use the house style of the journal, it might be important, since we have their email addresses, to send them the
details.
Right.
Some are used in the Chicago format, some are used to the Harvard, some are used
the length of the paper,
so, yeah, we'll give you the finer details. Yeah. I think that is important. Any other comment? I think it will be very, very important that we have these papers published in this year. Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
I want to ask you, I have a paper that was accepted, then I sent the full paper, but somehow my paper was not included in this list.
In the book of abstracts?
Yes.
No, that is not a problem. Just work on the paper, polish it, and then we'll send it to reviewers, and then we strengthen the paper. Yeah. The reviewers are going to give you the feedback. Send the papers by 31st August, and then we look at them, give you the feedback, and then you tighten the paper again, and then you publish the paper. That should not be a problem at all. Okay. Yes, sir? Yeah, normally we would want at least one paper per author, so that we accommodate as many authors as possible.
And not only that, it also protects your credibility as a writer. Because if you put too many papers in a journal, you can request it. And many do not want that.
So imagine you are writing your CV and you are saying, I published in this journal, again I published in this journal, same volume, same issue. It doesn't sound too good. All right. Okay, last one.
In the case we have different volumes, what we want to do, I think is to capture all the papers. And then it is an opportunity to enrich our curriculum. So in the event that our costs and logistics allow us to have several volumes, yes,
You get them.
you can put the bill and have your scale going up into different volumes. Because in one volume, like Dr. Shataka says, not
right. Thank you very much. Now we move on to the next stage, which is the vote of thanks. We asked our colleague from Secretary Teachers College. I think they have gone because they are going to make preparations for their interviews tomorrow. Are they here? Or the representative here? Or is here? Ah, no, that's good, that's good. So can we have the representative come forward, please, and then give us the vote of thanks.
Director of Ceremonies, allow me to say all protocols observed. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion on behalf of the University of Zimbabwe and the entire fraternity of management here together. Extend a very heartfelt gratitude to all speakers for gracing this conference on unpacking the new national curriculum for sustainable development in Zimbabwe and sharing with us your findings and opinions today. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to the Minister of Primary and Secondary Education, Honorable Dr. Dokora, and the Permanent Secretary for the same ministry, Dr. Utete Masango, for sharing with us some insights into the new curriculum. They guided us in the right direction, and we appreciate that. We understand that they took time out of their very important schedules to contribute to this conference. Allow me to express our gratitude to the Vice Chancellor for the University of Zimbabwe, Professor Mashiri, and the entire university senior management team for supporting this conference. I also take this opportunity to extend our most sincere thanks to all our research paper presenters and guest invitees who have come from different destinations for their support and cooperation. You made excellent presentations and made this conference interesting and meaningful. I also wish to thank the students from the Faculty of Education who have attended this conference. What has been presented here has direct implications for their future education practices. Ladies and gentlemen, an event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. It requires meticulous planning and execution and an eye for details. I cannot thank everyone enough for their involvement. They have shown the willingness and they have expressed to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. And finally, I thank the teaching and non-teaching staff of the Faculty of Education who have worked very hard indeed to make this conference a success. Director of Ceremonies, sir, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to state that we are all most grateful to all our speakers. Thank you again for making this event successful. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kansande, for the vote of thanks. It appears we are now a family. It's like we are one, isn't it? Right. So we need to remain as one. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, let me invite the Dean of the Faculty of Education, Dr. Banyangwi, to give the closing remarks.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. When I prepared my closing remarks, I also wanted to thank everyone because just like Dr. Mavuto, we thought Seke had left. So as he was presenting, I was busy cancelling, crossing out some things I had prepared to say. But well, let me just proceed and say, Director of Ceremonies, Dr. Atwell Mavuto, because some of you might go away thinking that is just Mr. Mavuto. The first name is Atwell. It's also distinguished guests and esteemed participants of the second Faculty of Education International Conference on Unpacking the New National Curriculum for Sustainable Development in Zimbabwe. On behalf of the Faculty of Education, I would want to thank the organizing team who worked very hard. So when the team was working, there were quite a number of teams, but there was one which was coordinating all the other teams. We were very apprehensive and we were not quite sure whether this conference was going to succeed. But here we are. So I want to thank that team and the other sub-teams who worked to ensure that this conference succeeded. It is indeed my pleasure to make a few closing remarks while also expressing gratitude to all those who made this event a success. The planning of the international conference was initiated in 2016. We intended to have the conference last year. But the general feeling then was we needed to make thorough preparations for the conference. But the idea of this conference was mooted at the first Faculty of Education International Conference held in 2014 in the same venue here. And at this conference, presenters expressed the desire to have their presentations published in a referred book. It was our intention to have this book launched during this conference, but circumstances beyond our control made this impossible. But I'm pleased to report that the book is now in the final stages of readiness for publication with the University of Zimbabwe Publications. So it is very possible that in 2 weeks' time the book is going to be out. So look out for it. So it is also our hope, as Dr. Mamfuto has indicated, that the publication for papers presented at this 2017 conference will take a much shorter time. We have a dedicated team, as he has indicated, of people who want to go through the documents, edit, give advice, and have the document published by the end of the year. However, this will depend entirely on your cooperation in meeting deadlines set by the publications committee. Because if they ask you to revise and it takes longer, that means you are delaying the publication of that book. So let us respond to the deadlines set by the committee. I will not repeat the objectives of this conference. These were read out on the first day. And I think it is now up to you. You have received the forms to give meaningful feedback. That should guide us in the future as we organize more such conferences. I'm sure many of you will agree with me that for the 3 days we've been at this conference, we've been richly taught and intellectually edified as we listened to the different presentations. I also hope that as we were interacting, remember we said one of the aims was for us to come together, to interface, to interact. So I hope as we were interacting, we've had the opportunity to exchange email addresses, telephone numbers, and other ways of keeping in touch so that we continue to dialogue on issues related to education in Zimbabwe and in Africa as a whole. I'm taking into consideration the fact that here we have colleagues from South Africa, and I remember just the day before the conference, we had colleagues from Burundi who indicated that they were here in Zimbabwe for this particular conference, but I haven't had the opportunity to interact with the individual, with our colleagues. But they indicated that they were here to attend the conference. So again, if we keep in touch and interact, I think that will help us. Indeed, a conference becomes a success only if participants arrive and participate in the proceedings. If participants arrive and they disappear, there's no conference. But you managed to arrive, you participated, that means you are the spinal cord of this conference, and you worked very hard. And I think we all benefited from the interaction that we have had. So I wanted to say to you, as we go back to our different countries, different areas of residence, different districts, provinces, let us do so safely. Let us, those of us who are driving, I would suggest that if you are from outside Harare, please do so tomorrow, not today. Our roads, yes, some of them are good, but you don't know what you can meet on the road. It was only today that we heard that a former member of staff of the University of Zimbabwe, Dr. Makawa, passed away. He was involved in an accident as he alighted from a combi just next to his residence. And this was in the evening.
Yeah, in the evening.
So let's try to avoid traveling in the evening. So I wish you safe journeys to your respective places of work and residence. So this marks the end of our workshop. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Abanyembe, for those closing remarks. Now, since we are a family, what we need to do, what I would suggest is, whenever someone comes across a call for abstracts, let's share that information. I remember sending a call for papers to all teachers' colleges. There is a conference in Botswana that is going to be held in October, another one in Kenya, and send the papers to all principals and all members in the Faculty of Education. So since you are now on our mailing list, we are going to be sending you that information as well. Otherwise, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll meet again. Can we have all the evaluation forms, those that you have submitted, the evaluation forms? Otherwise, thank you very much.